Hello again, boys. Are you ready to do some enjoyable Dust Devils? I know I am. Oh boy. Big extended Dust Devil task. It's been a while. These on rapid? Rapido. Come here, little babies. Yes. Okay, one is tagged already. Whatever, I'll live. Two. Oh no. Wait, let me grab you as well. Boop. Come here. So today I thought I would talk about relationships and going forward. And so a lot of people have been, discussing this relationship crisis in the West, and it's primarily women that seem to have this issue where they can't find reliable partners. And again, men, I don't think you should find a reliable partner, period. That's just my opinion, but you can do as you please, but I just think even it's just suicidal to be even attempting to find a reliable partner. It's not a goal. I forgot my offhand. It's not a goal you should be looking forwards to or attempting. You should be just living for yourself and ignore everyone else and just do you. At least logically going forward, I think that's the most accurate thing you can do. And you're free to make your own decisions. Like, live your life how you want. If you need to reproduce or you need the little babbies or whatever, feel free. I forgot it offhand, but basically, in the West right now, men have been replaced as far as any sort of position in society that's respectable. Women outnumber men in college now, and they're celebrating that, which is fine. That's something they can celebrate. They're free to do that if you want. That's all well and good, but there's still going to be a problem then because women will simply not date down. So the solution to this problem is, of course, if you care about solving the issue, that is just for women to start marrying immigrants. I don't see why an immigrant's, educational status doesn't matter that much because they are an immigrant. And, a lot of the factors and a lot of women's issues with immigrants or with men simply go away if you just introduce them to immigrants. It's the same thing men are doing with geomaxing. So, at least in my opinion, if women are having this issue, then they should either geomax and leave the country to find potential mates or simply go for immigrants. I don't really see any reason for them not to be doing this, at least any coherent one. I don't know. It just seems logical to me, so. And yeah, I feel like that solves the issue for women pretty much easily. I don't see why they can't just, go down to the border town or something, and there's untold green card holders, especially attractive ones, probably looking for relationships. I don't know why they don't just go about that. It's kind of perplexing, but it is what it is. Either way, it doesn't impact me, but going forwards, I think that, that's the biggest solution women can have for all their issues. I mean, you're not a racist, right? You would still date an immigrant, no matter what skin color he is. So I don't see any particular reason why women aren't privy to doing this or why they shouldn't. I think it's perfectly logical. And it's pretty much the easiest solution you could ever ask for. One, they get a green card out of the deal. The woman gets a relationship partner, fidelity and all of that good stuff. All the good stuff. And then, that also ties into, why are we going about immigration in this sort of fashion in the United States? Well, simply because, Caucasian men have been forced out of society and have stepped down, which is great. So simply just go for the replacements then. I don't really see any reason why, at least from everyone else's standpoints. And it does suck for the white men, but we'll be fine. We can just play video games, And a lot of people will claim that, corn but spelled with a P, or video games are the issues of why men are not interested in relationships anymore, and it's clearly not. Men just you wouldn't die for a country that has told you from the moment you were born that you're unwanted and that you're disposable, that you're hated, etc. Men's reaction to the current situation is manufactured and intentional, and again, it's whatever, right? If you're involved in this current system, you should, suffer the consequences of being involved in it. At least for the vast majority of men, it's much easier to just avoid everything and do your own thing in essence. So, go about doing your own thing. There's no real reason to worry or fret about what's happening outside the walls. Let the barbarians come, is what I'm saying. you know, and like let the people who voted for this type of situation embrace it. It's not white men's fault, or problem. They're not going to step up, nor should they be required to. Like, they didn't vote for this. They didn't want to be replaced in society. They didn't want society to jettison them, and all of that's great. And there's literally like millions of potential suitors at the southern border right now waiting for a lot of these individuals to come. And so, if you're a female, simply just marry an immigrant. I don't see the issue. Like, they're literally, you know, to quote Chinese private servers, "We waiting you." Like, go and get yours. I think going forwards, at least, that's pretty much the fate of all. Whether or not they want to admit it, that's going to be the end game for all Caucasian women in the United States. They're going to have to pair off with other races, and just simply, that's it. There is no real hope for any sort of white society is not going to do a 180 and suddenly start embracing Caucasian men again, or trying to make the world a better place. So going forward, if you like, if you've turned a certain section of society and claimed that they're the bad guys, and thrust all the evils of the world upon them, that's if you wish to do that, okay, but actions do have consequences, and that's just simply one of the consequences. And this is either intentionally or unintentionally baked into the pie. Like, this has already likely been calculated by the Marxists, and it's the outcome they want, which is all of the women getting involved with other races or the migrants. So yeah, I don't really see, at least going forwards, any issue or any problems with it. I think it's pretty, at least it keeps men out of, at least the important men, like the people that can do things in society, out of the divorce courts, right? So by having all the Caucasian men away from these women that are very likely to make their lives not the best if they do get involved with them, it just makes more sense for them to go towards people that might have a mutually beneficial relationship. And there's a whole ooh, yay, totem piece, and there's a whole host of them waiting at the southern border, so get to it. And yeah, I do, and a lot of the my more civ, or my less civnat, a lot of my nat soc friends, etc., would are still on the the 14 words or whatever, and we must preserve the beauty of like Caucasian women. And as a Jew, I don't really care. Like, it's not my fight. But it's just funny. Never ask a white supremacist the race of his girlfriend, right? Because it's just it's might as well be a cliche at this point. If you've ever associated with a lot of these types, it's pretty hilarious. And so it's not like they're doing much to help out in that regard, nor should they. Why would you put your life on the line and risk complete and total financial and social destruction just to make someone else, like, enrich someone else? Like, no. The thing is, there's a socioeconomic power imbalance, and a lot of these women who are voting all of this woke stuff and embracing this lifestyle, there's a way for them to get involved in it and make not only their life better, but the life of all the fresh new Americans that are coming in better. So I don't see any issue with going forwards with that kind of a plan. And yeah, and it's like, my father was an immigrant. Like, I guess I can try and finish it off nicely. Like, I'm a first generation American, as many of the God's chosen people are XD. So for me, it's not anything out of the ordinary that like something like this should occur, or that it would occur. Like, my mother married an immigrant, so I don't really see the issues. And she's definitely on the political left. I don't really talk with her anymore because she is. I don't talk with left-leaning people just in general. I don't want them in my life. I'm still there for her if she needs financial assistance or whatever, but I'll keep her off the streets, but I'm not about to give her a phone call on Mother's Day or whatever. Like, that's reserved for people that agree with me politically. and so, you know, it's not like I have a bad relationship. It's just I'm busy, I don't have time, always, no matter what, you know, and like she's on her way out too as far as life goes, so I don't have to worry about it too much longer. You know, I will soon not have any parents or any sort of link to this world left to hold me back from whatever I want to do, which is ideal. It's an ideal situation. I do love a good Dust Devil's Task, man. How relaxing. Just absolutely perfect. I know my gear is really janky. I still haven't gone and gotten a mage cape. I'm just too lazy, but I'll get it done eventually. Not right now, but yeah. So, going forwards at least, immigration is going to be the solution to the relationship problems in the West. And we just merely need to wait for that time. And, you know, like, if it was good enough for my family, it'll be good enough for these people. I really should swap to the proper weapon to Ice Barrage, or not Ice Barrage, Ice Burst. I don't have the level yet for Baraga. I could try some of these, but these look like they're weaker. Yeah, they're weaker. So I'll just Ice Barrage. I could have brought runes for probably a more powerful spell, but this is fine. It's not the worst. It'll do. It'll do. I really wish I had brought my prayer off. I know I'm missing +5 prayer bonus, so normally you can almost sustain this. But it is what it is. And either way, and with that, you know, yeah. So women going forwards, you know, just simply find someone that you agree with politically from the southern border and get hitched with them. You're not only are you champion of the woke Olympics then, but you're also promoting the values you believe in, and you're making someone's life better, and your own as well, because then you're not going to be nearly as lonely, and it'll be fairly easy considering a lot of those men do need green cards. So there's untold numbers of them streaming across the border right now, you know, we waiting you. And it worked for my family. Like, my father and mother were married until father died. Like, you know, they had an amazing relationship, 30-year-long marriage. So if it can work. I am living proof that it can work. You just have to make it work. And of course, he was a rich rock star, and that helps a little bit. But, you know, I'm sure there's your migrant doctor just coming across the border trying to live a good life. You just have to go and find it. And yeah. You have a great day. Peace.